I will start. And I think Cynthia will be the secretary today. Am I right? Because I saw chapter meeting management. It should be Tandy today, the chair, and Cynthia will be secretary. Cynthia, are you ready now? Okay, thank you for that. I will start with my initiative first. So I'm coming with HARA 1.3 Instagram guest post experience. Actually, it's already done. The first pivot that I did here. So I will show you the result. Actually, I haven't really write it on the paper yet, but what I see that the CSC and fun fact posts are got the most likes and reach within our initiative in the which we're doing in 2 weeks, and we got increasing profile visits here. Before on 5th until 11th of August, we got less than 500, and now we got increasing up until 817 on next. I'm sorry, it should be 12 until 18 August. So do happen in increasing website clicks. We got 28 website clicks on 5th until 11, and we got 46 until 12, and on 12 and 11 of August. So what will I do? What will I and Gandhi do next is focusing on the CSC itself and fun fact, because Gani and I believe that it will also trigger the traveler if we share some fun fact that we do in face on Instagram like that. So if you have any question, you can also put it there. So let me know about uh, what your comment on what or what your suggestion on next pivot. I haven't pop up the next pivot, but I will on today. And actually, I'm trying to open up HR onboarding refinement for hosting flow. I haven't really finished the card yet because I saw that Tandy is already made that before. I think that's a good flow that we have there back then. But I'm trying to just to refine because I saw that RM have such a good also onboarding program. I saw that their paper too. I think they have a very fluent ways to communicate with new interns or newcomers that they want to join with Bukit Vista, showing not only from what the flow that we have, but also the tools that we use or something like that. And I also saw that maybe we have some good example like bed review we have with Lot 6. I think that's also good to put as something in the onboarding program. Yeah, I'm trying to open up that, but I haven't really finished that yet. So I'm coming to Nadine here. Nadine, do you have from your card? Do you have any card that you want to discuss first, or you're facing with something that? Oh, Nadine is not here. Oh, I will skip Nadine. I'm coming to Kak Tendi. Kak Tendi, I saw your two cards here. I think which card that you want to discuss? Is it inquiry optimization? Because I saw there's an also update that.
Yes, Andre.
Please, Kak Tendi, show us more about this. I saw comment from Jing and also you here.
Okay, thank you, Andre. So actually, I had thinking about the next what's called step for this project. So actually, I saw the slide deal inquiries. Sorry, not deal inquiries, but AI FAQ inquiries. There's like a classification of the inquiries. For example, like if the guest asking about the price that, and then they automatically like. Classify that's the inquiry sorry for the what's called negotiation or something. So yeah, I think it's possible as well, but I need to discuss with the product development as well. So if possible, like we extract the data on the Tableau, then classify by the word that the guest asking, like in the first. So it's like what kind of inquiry that the guest asking that not converted like that. So yeah, maybe after this scrum, I already set meeting with VD to discuss it more. So yeah, with VD. So yeah, I think we can talk more about this if possible or not. Yeah, VD. Okay.
Noted, Katani. Thank you for that. I think that's a good takeaway from this, and we can automatically feel what kind of inquiries that come to uh, our platform. Do you have anything else, Katani?
I think that's for now. We'll give the result today. Yeah.
So, Kak Nandi, actually this initiative is done, yeah.
Pardon?
Kak Nandi, hello.
Hello, yes.
I think this initiative should be done, and you will pop in. You will come with another.
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
After the meeting, I will pop up with the new pivot.
okay. Sorry. Here I saw also Fidi here and also Kiki here. As a guest, maybe Fidi, do you have anything that you want to say? I'm sorry to just let you know. I think you muted.
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Andre. I come on behalf of product development. Actually, it relates to one of the projects that was brought to product development by Caroline. I'm just wondering regarding actually, I'll type it in the discussion management board. I would like to ask about the stuff like informations that are the interest of the guest. Like I'm messing up my language. Basically, I would want to know what HR want to be included in the guest.bukitvista.com, as well as what the guests usually ask for. Are there any specific resource that I can look from?
Oh, I see noted. So you will also
Yes,
pay.
for example, currently we are proposing to include checkout time, checkout policy, over checkout policy, a Wi-Fi password, supermarket, restaurant in the area, something like that. Are there any specific things HR wants to be included in the information, basically?
Okay, noted. Thank you, Vidi. So we will discuss it later. I will come to. Is will that be okay?
Yeah. Okay, it's fine.
I think Kiki just only listening here from her name here. So I'm coming to automated goodbye message from Caroline. Do you have anything that you want to update here?
I have joined the discussion in product development, and it's been, and although we'll create the prototype for in-guest journey for this one.
Okay, not that I just saw Cynthia also coming to take care of the guest. Thank you, Caroline. So the last update is just create the prototype itself. From product development, did they have any what's the due date about this or not really yet, Caroline? Or maybe Fidi?
Oh
Do
yeah,
you have any?
sorry. I think this probably this one is end of the month.
Okay, noted. So I will also skip that and coming to adding a digital guidebook in BVGS portal. My Trello is like okay. I saw a comment from Fidi or maybe from first, but I would like to hear from Caroline here since I only saw Caroline is on this card on your adding digital guidebook in Bukit Vista guest portals.
Sorry, Andre, can you repeat the questions?
I'm coming to your initiative adding digital guidebook on BVGS portal. Would you like to give me the update here?
Okay, so there's so I attend also like the product development, and so I just haven't put it the results. So uh for this one, me and Fiji is going to conduct more research regarding this first. So after that, we will give you the results further, I think. And I will write my update like today. Sorry, I didn't have like the time to write yesterday.
Okay, Caroline. Would you please also put your I mean the person from product development that will works with you. Please also add them to this card so we will know who is responsible on this card from product development and also from HR side or anything that involved on this project. Thank you, Caroline, for that. I think we have
Thank
covered
you.
every of initiative here. I will stop this and continue to discussion management. But before that, do you have anything that you want to ask him about this about our initiative?
Um, Andre, I'm
Yes.
sorry, I just want to reconfirm. Did Tandy read my chat on the
Did,
chat column?
I'm sorry, did who? I'm cracking over here.
Chat where where Cynthia?
In the chat column on the whereby.
Oh, Andy, would you like
Whereby.
to be
Yeah,
secretary?
so to help me, please, since I need to take care because this is such an urgent.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Kak Andy. Thank you, Cynthia. I will come to discussion management by now. Oops. Okay, thank you. I think there's two discussion that we can discuss first here. The first is from Jing. I think this is just FYI. Would you like to introduce more sort about this? I've added a section above really challenging question that nobody seems to know.
Yes, thank you very much, Andre. So, what I'd like to actually get out of it is this. I think a lot of times in HAR, we are we come to a roadblock, right? But sometimes what I see, and I'd like to actually help everybody with this, is that there are solutions to these roadblocks if we actually can identify what the problem is, what the root problem is. So this is where I need everyone's help. I need just a few minutes for you guys to ask. Maybe this can be a routine every week. What are the really hard questions that nobody seems to know? And I think we all know what those are, but I don't know if we express it often enough. So, what I'd like a chance today to practice is what are these questions that have been kind of sitting on the back of your mind, but it seems like nobody seems to have a really good answer for it. And then I'll show you kind of like where we want to go with this. So let's go over to okay, I'll give it back to the chair and circulate that around. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir. About this. I believe this is just about on this table, right, sir? Am I right? I'm
Andre,
sorry.
yes. But it's also I want to practice this. I want to make this into something that we can, as leaders, Andre, that we should know what sort of are the. This is like an ask me anything. Typically, these video are you using a back scratcher. It's hilarious. Ask me
Sorry,
anything.
sorry, sir. Cracking.
Okay,
I can
so
literally hear.
here, Andre, if I may, I'll demonstrate how I'd like this to be run, and then later I'll
Um,
delegate. Hello, Andre, can you hear me?
I'm cracking over here.
I see. Oh wait.
Sorry, sorry.
Okay, better.
What you like to do, sir?
All right. I'd like to demonstrate how I'd like this to be run, and then I'll delegate
Mhm.
it to you to run in future sync ups, right? So
Okay.
let me go over to Tendi first. No wait. Let's go to the most junior person here first, which is Caroline. Caroline, what do you believe is a really hard question that nobody seems to really know very well here in the chapter? What's something that, like, let's say, is challenging or like there's a balance, but we don't seem to have the right answer yet?
In the workflow, or is it
Anything. It's an ask
in
me.
anything?
It's just like what would you say is something that is still or just like a hard question that we don't seem to actually know the answer to?
I'm sorry, I just really can't think in the morning.
Okay, let's go to Cynthia. Thank you, Caroline. I also appreciate Caroline's coming in. I think at 3 a.m. over there. What time is it in France?
Oh no, it's like 4 a.m.
Oh, God. Well, let me go to Cynthia then. Cynthia,
Yes, sir.
what's a hard question that nobody seems to know yet?
Huh?
What would be like?
Uh,
Let's say a hard question that nobody really seems to know how to do. Uh, Nobody seems to know how to answer yet.
about HR.
Yeah, about HAR.
Yes. I'm sorry, since I have mute the conversation before, since I have to call the guest and the partner.
That's a great
So
question. That's a great
I
question.
was
How,
lost here.
that's an example of a great question we need to ask. How do we balance meeting time with operation time? Let's put that up on the table. So,
Okay.
would you be able to put that up on the table right there? That's the very first hard question that nobody seems to know how to answer. How do we balance
Okay.
meeting
Yeah.
time with operation time? All right.
Yes.
Let's go
Okay.
next to
Yeah.
Tendi. Tendi, what's a hard question that nobody seems to know how to answer yet?
Okay, I think this is a pretty hard question. So, do we give the refund for the last minute cancellation to the
Ah,
guest or not?
excellent. What do? We give refunds for last minute cancellations? Or okay, let's keep on going. Let's keep on going that idea. Refund policy. What is our refund policy? Right? Okay. Please put that down. Whoever secretary, let's just keep on writing these in. Let's go to Andre. Andre, what is the hard question from your side that nobody seems to know?
I think of how can we serve guests, all of our guests equally.
Really
I
good
mean,
question. How can we serve all our guests equally? All right, please, Andre, you can write that down too on the really hard question that nobody seems to know. Okay. So I want everyone to just keep on writing these questions. Right. This is great. This is great. Let's keep on going. Let's go over to Cynthia again. Cynthia, do you have another question about like what is it that really hard question that we need to know that nobody seems to know?
me cancer.
I'm asking Cynthia. I'll ask Cynthia again.
Okay.
Maybe um, um, this is will it be a stupid question or not? But
Ask.
okay, it's kind of like should we should we
Lost Cynthia. Okay. Uh,
oh sorry.
Go ahead, Cynthia. We weren't able to hear the question. You froze up a little bit, but go ahead and just write it. Actually, Cynthia, you have access to this document. Just go ahead and write your questions in. Okay.
Okay.
I'm stimulating this brain flow. Tendi, back to you again. Do you have another question?
Hmm, when we can provide the complimentary for the guest?
Yes. Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay. Keep on asking. Keep on asking. All right. More. Vidi, do you have a question for these guys?
Yeah, actually, I have a question regarding operational. Like, what is the incentive of working in national holidays?
Yes. Okay. Incentives on national holidays. Excellent. Okay. Let's keep on going. Caroline, do you have any questions now? Okay.
Well, I maybe I just don't know. I don't know that one, you know.
Okay.
But because sometimes I ask Cynthia about the when something happen and then we cancel guests and then sometimes Airbnb give penalty to you, sometimes not. So I don't know that one.
Excellent.
Do you get
Caroline,
it?
write that in. Write
Yeah.
that in. Write all that in. Go in the document, put your name on it, and just start writing in what you think. Okay. Let's go back up to
Okay.
Cynthia. What other stuff? Like maybe it can be even more personal. It could be about like mental health or delegating responsibilities. Let's keep on going. Let's go over to Cynthia. Do you have any other questions? Let's say about well-being.
Yeah. The question on my side is what should we prioritize first?
Uh-huh.
Is it for our what is that? Our self aspiration
Okay. Good.
or uh, or the team aspiration when is it not working well anymore?
Good. Put it in. Put it in. Cynthia, keep on writing. Keep on writing. Yeah. Everyone, keep on writing. Okay. Tendi, what's your next idea? As I'm just talking to stimulate ideas, right?
Okay,
All right.
sorry, sorry. Do we take the phone call after our office hour
Okay, good. Let's put that in. Do we take phone calls after
from
hours
the guest? I mean,
from the guests? Okay, put that in. Put that in.
Oh,
Okay, back to Andre. Andre, do you have any other follow-up questions?
Yes, sir. I was thinking, how can we serve our guests without actually text or communicate with them? Because I heard that from Jeff Bezos. He said that a good customer service is the one that the guest doesn't really need to call or text us.
Yes, very good. Okay, very good finding. Go ahead and put that Jeff Bezos, put that so that we have some context about your question. Okay, very good, Andre. Let's keep on going. Vinny, do you have any other questions?
I've written down the questions.
Okay, all right. Guess what? I'll try to answer some of these every time I come in. That's my job in the future. Okay, the ones that I can answer. The ones that I cannot answer, I'll tell you I can't answer it, and you should seek professional mentorship and guidance for those questions. Okay. So when we do professional networking right now, it's broken because we don't ask the professionals the key questions that really hold us back. So I want you guys to be very fluent at asking questions so that when we time professional networking sessions, HR is trying to get those professional networking sessions to come regularly. But if we don't have any questions for our mentors or for the people that we expect to be able to solve like our thought process problems, then we just sit there and we kindly like we politely smile at them. So the idea behind this now is just ask me anything, right? Ask me anything as a CEO. I'll try to answer what I can answer the best of my capability. And that's it. That should be my participation in this chapter in the future, right? That's all I do. You just ask me questions that you don't feel like are well answered. And if I don't know how to answer those questions, then I'll be humble. I don't know the answer to all these questions. Like like national holiday. Should there be incentives to working on national holiday? Well, let's ask other hotel people how they handle it, right? Let's ask other experts in this how they handle it. What's the expectation of the marketplace? What's the expectation of Indonesia? What's the expectation of a global company? Let's bring that up as a frequent question because that is an important question. Okay, that's the purpose of this. And if we don't ask these questions, then we remain stuck on roadblocks and we don't know what to do. We don't have trust and we don't have understanding. But I need you guys to also get in the practice of asking these questions. So that space up there is your space to ask me anything. Okay. And that space up there is also where if you feel like you haven't had an answer yet, bring it up at the next professional networking session. Bring it up with Dayu, right? She works in hotels. She's the director of sales and marketing. She probably has some understanding of how national holidays should be compensated or not. 10 years in hospitality in Bali, I think she probably would know. Um, Manpower or efficiency limit. When we get an HR person and we say, "Hey, look, we got an HR person here that wants to talk about HR," that could be a good question to address. Which one to prioritize, self inspiration or team? Then perhaps a leadership development and training coach. When we bring in somebody like that, that could be a good person to ask. Some of your questions don't have final answers. It depends on the context. It depends on your context. It depends on the company's context. It depends on the time context. But the question is important, and we should feel satisfied that there is an answer somewhere out there. Okay? So, Andre, as chapter lead, as let's say chapter lead in training, what I want this to happen regularly, where people feel like they can surface their concerns, and this is a bank, right? This is a question bank. This is where we put all our questions. I'll try my best to, like I said, answer the ones I can answer. But if you can't, come to professional networking and get your questions answered. Okay, back to the chart.
Thank you, sir. Do you what when do you want how often you want to have a question? I mean, from HR, or we just put it
All,
there every day if you can.
all the time. Whenever you feel like I'm stuck, or whenever you feel like this process is stupid, or whenever you feel like there's something where there's a knowledge gap, should I be doing this? Don't hide it. Be transparent. This is actually to create radical transparency. Be transparent. Just surface it. And if we're too transparent, I'll say, okay, there's too transparent. I don't need to know that you need to do this during your whatever. If it's too private, then we'll put a stop to it. But right now, I think we need to get the questions flowing. Okay. So anytime that you feel like, I'm not happy with this, or then just bring it up as a question. We'll leave it there, and then when we go into professional networking, we'll download all these questions and try to get them answered in the best way possible. Okay?
Noted.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir,
Yeah.
for that kind of snack. Thank you also for Phoebe, Cynthia, and the Kikio for this. I think for letting us know what kind of question that you have on your mind to help maybe Jing or maybe the other teams can also help to answer that. I'm coming to Phoebe's here. Research question that Phoebe's asking about specific information HR wants to be included in guestbukitista.com. I think you write this but stop somehow. Phoebe, would you like to introduce first?
Oh yeah, thank you very much. So actually, this is Caroline's initiative, but I've come on behalf of product development to do like research to the HR to HR chapter on what are there any resources I can look from on what the guests usually ask, or yeah, um, what HR want the guests to know to reduce like inquiry. This relates to what Andre mentioned just now. I think Caroline is trying to build a digital guidebook basically in our one of our existing platform, guest.bukitvista.com.
Philip, thank you for that. But before that, I have can I ask you how actually people that guess that already use Cynthia? Would you like to please mute your mic because we can hear you for there? Thank you. Vidya, do you have any data that's shown how many guests that actually already use this guest of BukitVista.com? Maybe you can also share it later. Or
Yep. Actually, this is why the SLA of this initiative is to increase the user count of guest.bukitvista.com.
Okay, noted. I mean, like, for now, do you have any comparison data between the guests that?
Oh yeah, we do have it in Google Analytics.
Okay, maybe you can also put it here later.
I see. Okay. But I'm not sure how is it related to my question,
Oh,
Mr. Chair.
I mean, like whose initiative? I think
In
Nadine.
Caroline's card.
Nadine, I guess. It's also good to show the data. Okay, we'll skip
Okay,
that.
sure.
I will floor it to maybe from myself first. From what I think is we can add into this Bukit Vista. Yes, the BukitVista.com is also about the direction, visual direction, and also the logbook information. I think logbox information, and also maybe the check-in information if they have how I have the special ways to check in, like Turtle is like they just leave the keys under the vest or something, so we can also put it then put it, I believe, in guest.bukitista.com. What about Kak Tendi? No, maybe from Caroline first. What do you think we can add into guest.bukitista.com?
Andre, I think Philly has questions
Yes,
first.
I'm sorry, I don't see it.
Oh yeah, Mr. Chair, regarding the logbook information as well as the check-in information, I believe that is already a feature provided by Airbnb. I'm also asking like why, whether this feature is not used before, or what are the constraints of this feature.
Oh, so actually, Airbnb have already.
Yes, there's information regarding the logbook information as well as check information.
Okay, that sounds perfect. Okay, then maybe we can also put wait, who Cynthia or attendee is going to who is the secretary? Is it continued by Cynthia or still Tendi? Okay, Tendi. Please write. Please delete the lockbox and check information there. And Caroline, what do you think that we can add into guest.bukitvista.com to serve our guests?
Probably some emergency numbers.
What kind of emergency numbers? The air support numbers or
Like we do, like I think outside you just like, oh yeah, we'll not call 911 for example,
oh,
but
okay.
we don't know that, right? Yeah, like foreigners especially. So
Cool. Thank you, Caroline. What else do you think we can add?
I think that's it for now.
Okay, Cynthia, what do you think we can add into guest.bukitista.com?
Okay, thank you. I think I heard from Nadine that it will be what is that? Hmm, apa sih disambungin
Cynthia?
sama?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm cracking. I can just hear. Sorry, go on, go on.
Okay. I think I heard from Nadine that it will be what is that? Linked to Google Maps. Am I right, Vidi? Okay.
Actually, it's a little bit different because we will call the Google API to take close by informations. So it's not the link per se, but it will be displayed on the website on guest.bukitista.com.
I see. Okay, then I think the things that should be included on the guest bouquet is like it could be also the check-in information. I think check-in and check-out information uh, per property if it's possible because every property is different and then also um, yeah, I think it's all there.
Okay, thank you, Kak Cynthia. What do you think from Kak Tandy here? I think for wait, I think for check information, as we said before, information about. I'm sorry, I'll back to Cynthia first. What details of check information would you like to add?
It's kind of like the information if the guests want to maybe like early check in, so it will reduce to guests to ask the air support like how about the check in information, and then we also can put the early check in, out, let check out information like the charge, the CICO snippet, and then yeah, I think it could be at there.
Okay, thank you. So it's about early check-in and also I'm sorry, Kak Tandy, you are double right there. About early check-in and early check-out information. Yeah, thank you. Do you think? Do you have anything that you want to add here?
Me?
No, Kak Tandy.
Who are oh me? I think from me is I think all the information is because before I saw the guest what's called the in the Bukit Vista. I think how about if we also like put information about the cross selling like we also have like some property in some area, so maybe we can put our BIM profile or something, so maybe when they look at that portal they can also see some of our properties, and maybe that will be their next destination as well.
Sounds perfect. So we can also cross-selling. Do you Vidi, what about? I was thinking about the button of extend, something like that, to trigger our guests. Like they open the Bukit Vista guest portal again, so they can click extend to actually extend their booking and directly. Okay. Here's my question is, before we add the owner's number, right, in guest.bukitvista.com, have we fixed that with the air support number?
I think so. Can anybody confirm that?
I actually haven't checked it. Have someone check it with Has someone check it with on guest.bukitsa.com?
Yeah, I believe there are some basic information such as the address and the phone numbers. Yes.
So the phone number itself is now changed with the air support, or now it's still on the owner's number.
Not sure regarding that, Mr. Chair.
Okay, I think because in Jogja, if I send them, we directly text the owner itself rather than to text the air support itself. I think it happened in Gembala actually. The information about the number is not the air support tree, but the owner's number. So they text the owner itself rather than to text what's the air support itself. I think it's better if they have text the air support itself. I am also adding here that FD. We can also to put staff information. If the properties have staff, we have also put the name and also the number. So to let the people, maybe they want to make some requests. Sometimes we in Bali, especially if they have a request with scooter, we can also tell them please ask the staff because they will directly help you with renting the scooter. I think we can also put it there and what to let the people know whether if we have stuff or not in our property itself. I think it's all.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Actually, that's all. Um, yeah, I believe if that's all,
Here,
thank you very much for the
Jing, do you
information.
think? Huh? I'm sorry, I can't. I'm cracking. Fidi, would you like to repeat?
No, no, no. Please continue, Mr. Chair.
No, I'm asking. I'm actually just asking Jing if Jing maybe have something that he want to add on guest.bits.com.
Sure. Okay. My question is, Vidi, where's the project card for this right now?
It's in Caroline's card, so that will be. I'm not sure. I forgot the code.
It's here. Okay. And then, what part of the guest journey does this belong to, Vidi?
Uh, Pre-hosting and in hosting
Okay.
during the hosting period.
Okay. So we expect that the guest would return to this page during the hosting period to find out.
Yep, to get information as opposed to inquiring the air support, right? Reduce inquiry.
Ah, I see. Okay. So we're gonna. Okay. Yeah. Then I think this is a little bit like the way that we do Deep Content Doctor. And it's also a little bit like the way that we just did Ask Me Anything. So I think it's an active process of what is it that the guest still had to ask me, and what is it that needs to go into the guest dot Bukit Vista, right? What is it that the guest? So it's a process. You're going to be harvesting questions, and then you're going to be taking these questions and posting it into the guidebook, right? Into the guide, into the guest Bukit Vista channel. So my suggestion is, rather than thinking of it as we'll get all and anticipate all the questions now, think of this more as an evolutionary project, okay? As a process, as a service.
Yep.
Yeah.
That sounds about right, actually. Yeah, this is just a foundation, basically.
Okay.
This is the first thing that we will try to improve, just like the other features made by product development. But we also will do continuous development along with in the future dates.
Okay.
So yeah, this is just the foundation information. If that's it, I guess. Thank you very much, HAR. If I may excuse myself.
Okay, PD, thank you for that. Before that, I think for all the HR that already answered this, please also put where source that can actually PD get. I mean, like if PD want to get the check-in and check-out information, which source that PD can refer and also check, maybe it will also help PD to work on this initiative. So that's all, PD. Have your
Yep.
answer. Okay, thank you, PD, for that one. I will continue with actually I have one discussion here about night shift review because we still have time, right? Okay, we still have time a little bit here. Have we actually discussed this team before?
It was a bit discussed, like I think on Monday with me, Cynthia, and Nadine. And so me and Nadine had a discussion a little bit about night shift.
Tell us the result, Caroline, since no one is right here.
Well, for the night shift, I just said to Nadine that I have still dependency with other HAR because I do not have like the access of some accounts. So I still need to tell, like for example, you, right? Then oh, Andre, there's a Bayou and Wayan in there's inquiry coming in Bayou and Wayana or confirm booking. So, but overall on Sunday there's not so much people, so it's all right for the question itself. And yeah, so just that I think there's not much discussion. Yeah.
Okay, I saw that you still haven't got the access from in our. It's in some of our account, yeah. Uh, we can
Yes.
I think we can finish this by this week before you start again the night shift on on Sunday, I guess your time is on a night shift. You can complete your account and doing the night shift easily. I think that's a suggestion from me. But how about Kak Tendi? Kak Tendi, are you also involving in the night shift or Om Rafiq? Because I saw also Om Rafiq is involving on this night shift.
Okay, so like I was told before as well. So me and Rafid will change like on the every Thursday. So like for example like this week me and next week Rafik. So like a changing. So we can uh like in community we can also attend every Thursday like together.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you, Kak Tendi. So it will be changed between you and Om Rafiq. But how about the profile coverage? All good in yours, right? Okay. How about you, Cynthia? Are you also experiencing something that you want to express?
About night shift.
Or, yeah, about the night shift itself.
Mm, it's okay on me, but the thing is maybe since the night shift is 6 hour, right? With the patrols, and then I just want to have a clear time in the morning. What time we will be online, and then what time we will start to off. So it won't make what any overlap, and we won't work like two shift like from the morning to the night. So yeah, I think that we need more clear on the boundaries on the time from the online in the morning, and also in the evening. Like in the evening, we have online at 6 to 12, and then maybe in the morning, like we can make it like 9 to 12 or what? Yeah, that's for me.
Okay, thank you, Cynthia. I think we have already read it here. That the morning short shift is start from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. Wita, because we want to also attend some morning meetings that we have in HR,
Yep.
and maybe have another extend meeting or something like that.
Yep.
And we stop after that, and then after it, and then we continue it again during what is the 6 p.m. until 12 a.m. Wita. Is that now clear for you, or are you still not clear for you?
Okay, thank you.
Is it now clear?
Yes.
Or okay, thank you, Cynthia, for that one. I think from my side, I'm also good with that, but sometimes we still kind of have some good management that we still need to also think of, because sometimes we have to also extend another meeting after the morning short shift after that. But I think we by the time we can also try to fix it by ourselves and let the people know if we set your boundaries time, set your budget time. I think for if maybe if you're night shift and then people are asking you for a 2 p.m. Meeting, you can also say no, and you can also change it into the night on the night shift or maybe start it for tomorrow. I think uh, I'm trying to also set my budget time and say no to whatever it is if it's out of my working hour. But if you think it is important, you can also set it as your priority. I think what is Kak Tendi? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for suggestion, I'm also adding myself adding my what is and the information in Google Calendar if I'm doing a night shift. I think that's also good if people are checking your Google Calendar if you have a night shift, so they will aware about it. I think that's all from me. The discussion. Jing, do you have anything that you want to add, or I'll just skip it and end
Uh,
the
Go ahead.
session?
I'll speak to you privately, Andre, about some other stuff. But I think that's really good that you're beginning this topic of conversation. Yeah, good.
Okay. Uh, we have actually covered every initiative here, every discussion and initiative. I will back again. I will not back again to the Trello. I'm just going to appoint the next chairman. It should be. Wait, my Trello is lack. Ooh. So the next chairperson will be Nadine, and the next secretary will be me, and we will continue our sync up again on Friday. So guys, see you on Friday. Let you continue your work. Thank you for
Can, can, I,
yes.
can I have Andre and Tendi stay and everyone else can be dismissed? Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you for the other guys that have coming to our sing up, and I will continue this thing up with Ching and Tandy. Bye bye guys.
Bye bye. Okay. Andre, Tendi, the reason I thought that, oh, Shindia, you can stay if you want to. It's about leadership discussion, actually. And Andre, I know you currently don't have any interns, but if possible, I'd like to ask if you would be able to attend the mentorship meetings. The reason why is I think it would sharpen your saw. It would definitely accelerate your progress along the leadership curve. And I don't want you to be left behind, right, so to speak. So what I'm going to do today, with the remaining 13 minutes that we have, is Andy. I'm going to ask you to explain the conclusion of what we discussed to Andre, and I'm going to sit here and listen to see if Tendy's explained it correctly. Okay. So Tendy, can you summarize the concept that we discussed today at leadership to Andre?
Oh, I don't attend today, sir.
Oh, you didn't attend today.
Yeah,
What? Oh, okay.
I just attend the project, right? Because I
Oh,
don't have the main policy.
okay. I would advise that both of you gentlemen maybe attend. We might remove the project management meeting. The reason is because we realize most project management questions are leadership questions, actually. So whenever we talk about project management, it eventually goes back into like a leadership principle, usually delegation. So okay, then I'll need to explain to everybody here. So I'll take some time to elevate the topic. So what we talked about in leadership this morning, I think, is pretty vital and pretty. How would I say? Pretty. Okay. All right. Let me kind of give you a higher overview. This is a topic I'm sure that everybody, including Shatia, is facing on a day-to-day basis, which is how do you motivate your team to succeed? How do you motivate your team to achieve? So we sort of discussed quite a lot about it, and one of the topics was actually pretty interesting. Is this? So we want to motivate our team by giving them the freedom to explore their own ideas, so that they have ownership, so that they can feel attached to their idea. But we also need to keep them on track. And then the discussion was around, well, if you want people to explore and you want to keep them on track, then what if they don't make any progress, right? What if they go along and they feel frustrated because they're not making any achievements and they're unable to like keep it together? So what then? So what Vinny suggested is actually there's two sort of things. If you as a leader, you can already see what the next steps are, then you let the person explore on their own. Sort of like supervised learning. You have a kid, you know how to walk across the playground, the kid doesn't. So you can't be there to micromanage everything, but what you can do is you set up a playground, you set up a safe place where they can learn. So that's if you know what the task is already. You see the pathway, you let them explore, and you ask about their discovery after their exploration period ends. You say, what did you discover? What did you find out? And then you guide them towards a solution. Now, that is if you already understand the path. If you don't know the path itself, if you're both doing something new together, then what you need to do is you need to understand the person's zone of proximal development. Let me go over quickly to Tendi. Tendi, what does ZPD mean?
I don't know, sir.
You do actually, Tendi, because we talked about it during all hands. Let's see. Let's go over to Andre. Andre, do you remember ZPD and when we talked about it during all hands?
I think it's something
Before all hands.
that yeah, I think VD is the one who said about it. Right, and it's zone proximal development is F zone. I don't really remember what is that ZPD
Okay.
zone
All right.
proximal, and what I know is about the budget of your development. I don't really remember, but it's something like that.
Okay, all right. We did talk about this in all hands. I just want to remind everyone. If you don't believe me, then go back to I think about 4 all hands ago. We recorded this. So let me
Yeah.
refresh everybody's memory. Right. Vidi has something like photographic memory, so he can remember things from many months ago. But I do remember this because it comes up a lot. This is so necessary because this allows you to figure out what you know, what you don't know. So basically, there's 3 layers of zone approximate development. When you're leading somebody, there are going to be things that somebody can do in the yellow. This is what they can do without assistance. Okay, so let's say, for example, maybe what's an example of that in hospitality? Maybe greeting a guest. Okay, we can probably hire a new person here, and they can greet a guest without assistance. That's easy. Okay. Then there's things on the next level that they can do with assistance. So maybe answer an inquiry. So this is something that a person can do if you train them and if you assist them, they can answer an inquiry. And then there are the dark things, the dark blue things. These are things they can do, they cannot even do with assistance. Let's say project management, right? We cannot expect like a new person to be able to do project management, even if we assist them to do it, because they're not quite there yet. So this is quite important. As a leader, ZPD and understanding the ZPD of your team members is one of your most important knowledge bases. Do you actually understand what your team is capable of? Do you understand what you need to assist them with? And do you understand even what, if you do assist them, what they will never develop the capability of? So you need to do that in order to budget your time and your expectations correctly. Okay, so you need to size up people skills and you need to understand what resource we have to actually develop that. Okay, going back to this idea of team. So what we concluded was this, actually. Let me go over to Andre. Andre, do you ever feel like challenges with getting the team motivated and keeping them on track and letting them explore all at the same time?
Yeah, I think I'm currently facing with that about the whole to motivating with people, and also Kak Tandy and Ara also suggest me how to understand people. I think the ZPD is also is what is it's the name, but on what the in the general name we have to kind of understand what the people's uh, what's budget in our team itself.
Excellent, excellent. Hey, is that Nadine? Nadine, are you here? Is that Nadine? I see an N in the room.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sorry.
Nadine, actually, let me delegate this to you. I would like you to now take over and tell Tendi and Andre what you learned during the morning networking or the morning leadership development session.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I'll supervise you. Okay, here we go.
Okay, sir. Sir, could you please zoom out the screen? Okay, thank you, sir. So, Kak Tendi and Kak Andre, this morning I learned something about motivation, candidate motivation, actually, with in the mentorship leadership development this morning. So, there are actually some ways, some methods to get know the motivation of the mentees itself. Like also we are also discovering the things to what is that, to decide whether the project that mentees currently working is worth to work or not. So these thoughts is coming from VD, actually. If the mentees comes up with the ideas, and then we already know the step and the problem solving of the idea itself, we can actually see the pathway. Can see the pathway already, and we can let the mentees discover themselves first, and then set the time budget, and then ask the discoveries in the end of the time period, and then guide them if they didn't find the solution. That basically when we already know what the step and the problem solving of the ideas. But if we don't understand outside of the ZPD, which is actually, this is the often problems that I often found in myself. I don't even I don't understand. I haven't experienced the ideas that the mentees bring. So the step will be, under first understanding the people's ZPD, and also sizing up the people's skills, which is the skill is enough to what is it, the skill is capable or not to reach the goals, or to reach to working on that project itself, and then understand the resources we have. And also regarding reading the ZPD of regarding the reading the ZPD, we miss something actually. I miss something. We have some methods to read to know the ZPD itself, actually, by maybe reading the CV and then interviewing the mentees before we are fixed to be their body. That's actually the simple way to get know the ZPD about the subject, actually. So I think this is methods that we haven't encountered yesterday, but we can plan this to be implemented in the future. That's actually what I'm highlighting, sir, for today's meeting, this morning
Excellent.
meeting.
Very good, Nadine. So, gentlemen, this is a subject that occurs frequently in project management. It's a subject that also occurs frequently in leadership. So, where we see, and this is related to everything in the end, this is a root cause of team motivation. This is a root cause of mastery. This is a root cause of all kinds of other team achievement, is really getting to this root principle. So, what we've realized is, do you actually understand your team? Do you actually understand what your team is capable of? Do you understand what they're good at? Do you understand what they're not good at? Do you understand then what is the goal of the team, right? The SLA. And then I think the step is to measure, let's say, the output of work that comes from this person against the SLA. Let's say, for example, somebody's been working on inquiry management, but they don't seem to be able to lift that number very much. How many hours have you worked on it? 40 hours. How much improvement have we seen in inquiry management? Zero. Probably not inside ZPD then, right? Probably needs a little bit more refinement. So you got to be able to discover that. Then you got to be able to be able to then assign correctly. Using the SLA is a pretty good way to create that bridge and that arc. All right, I think we might have run out of time already, but I'm gonna tag Tendi and also Andre on this document. Please, please take a look at this. This is gold, and I think this will be very helpful for both of you gentlemen in both chapters, right? Both in HAR and also in community, for understanding better how to lead teams. Okay, so I know. Oh, quick change. The mentor leadership development is now just leadership development. We realize that developing mentors is actually the same as developing leaders. So that part is now repurposed, and that's it. Okay, gentlemen, have a great day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I hope. Okay, I'm gonna stop the thing. All right, welcome in.